Sul, hello, and Labus. If you're new to my channel or this series of Ultimate Decades Challenge with the Payne family, there's a decade review from 1320 to 1329 that you might want to watch just to get the feel for the most immediate past events, and it should just be in that top corner right there. We're starting today with the Hagens because it is Leif's birthday. As you can see, well, maybe you can see, maybe you can't see. Why is this baby upset? Oh, he doesn't like to be held. Okay. I hear you. Leave that kid alone. We'll put him in a crib. Okay, we won't put him there. We'll put Rollo here. But yeah, today is in fact, yeah, saw that, Rollo. Saw that. Today is in fact Leif's birthday, so we're gonna get started making a cake for him. Okay, you can hand her to her father. But yeah, today is Leif's young adult birthday. Can you believe it? He's such an oldie. Are you going to? No, you're just gonna put her down, pick her up and put her down. Whoa, don't touch that baby. Don't, gosh darn it. Yeah, okay, if they want to hang out on the floor, that's their business. Okay, go night-night then, kiddo. Jeez Louise. Nah, leave him alone. You try to go night-night too. Leif, it's your day, my dude. Woohoo! Go, Leif, go. What is his aspiration currently? Oh, fish guy. He wants to be a fish guy. Going outside, buddy? Okay, we'll just catch up with you once you get there. Can you go ahead and add some birthday candles to this? And which baby is freaking out? Oh, Erik, bud. Active? You know, that really does fit him. He loves the outdoors, he's self-assured, he's active, and he's a fish guy. Angling ace. Wow, exciting. So there's been no work done on their holding recently because, well, have you ever had 3 under 3? I haven't myself, but I imagine that not much gets done aside from the general tasks needed to just survive, especially when you're, making your own bread by hand, washing all the clothes and nappies yourself, getting water from your local river, again, by hand, and all of the things that they had to deal with at this time. So I'm kind of just assuming that they didn't have time to do anything. So Erik is aged up. It's technically his birthday tomorrow, but to limit jumping around from house to house, we're doing it today since we're here for Leif's birthday anyways. And he's an independent little buddy. Oh, good for you. Go ahead and add some birthday candles. An independent baby? That's like the best. Okay. Then he can grab a serving while we get him and Cass. Idis. Oh. They're pregnant again. Because why wouldn't they be, I guess. Okie dokie. So Leif, I don't know. What do you want to do? Actually, what would be really helpful, Leif? Is if you come out here and pose for us so that we can do your rolls of destiny. Thanks for being a messy eater, Erik. At least you're independent. For Leif to make it to a young adult successfully, he cannot roll the numbers 6 or 14. It's not a terribly dangerous roll. The first one doesn't count. Gosh. And he's fine, of course. Excuse me, I got emotional. And he's fine, of course. Erik, to become a toddler, cannot roll the numbers 4, 8, 12, or 16. So... No. Oh no. What? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh no. Oh no. Shoot. So here he is, our little buddy. This is what I imagine. Hey, don't walk away, pal. This is what I imagined. They imagined that he would, look like as he got older. And we're going to try to plead for him, but you just never know. Okay, yeah, you can go to the bathroom first. That's fine. Yeah, I kind of feel like our luck has turned recently and we are just not in the best place. We had like really good luck and it seems like it's no longer that way. Okay, I want the two of you to come out here. Leif, once you've finished going to the bathroom. Hey, buddy, no. Go here and wait for your destiny. And once the two of you have finished with that, you will come over here and it'll be a whole family together. All of you together. Actually, can you give your mom a hug, please? Oh, okay. We'll be back to deal with these guys in just a moment, but it looks like I've got to go and I'm just naming the plowing children and I'll show you where they are. And then that will come back to deal with this. Oh gosh, and Elizabeth is in Brewer as well. Okay, we will deal with naming this baby. We'll go and deal with Elizabeth's baby, and then we will go back to deal with, oh my goodness, Eric's turn of fate. Okay, Catalina, I kind of need you to do this quickly. So sorry. Okie dokie, Catalina. The only birth that everyone else is going to be here for is this one with you. Come on, Catalina, you can do it. Baby is here. Oh, it's a girl. Oh my gosh. So they currently have a baby named Albert. That's their oldest. They have their next child, which is a daughter. Her name is Kate. We'll look at them just very quickly because of the other babies coming into this world and the deaths that are happening. Oh my goodness. So Adeline. Oh, that's cute. They don't have to be as strict about their names because they're just going to exist in the world and one day we'll be friends with them, but not quite yet. Okay, so while they're dealing with that, oh, here's baby Albert. He got his father's eyes. In fact, all of the babies have gotten Huxley's eyes, his like striking eyes. And then here is, she's very angry, but here's baby Kate. She also has her father's eyes. And here's our guy Huxley with his baby. Oh, aren't we just so happy for him? He deserves it. And his wife Catalina. Oh my gosh, there is a whole group of people. And here's their little home. Actually, never mind. This isn't the time. I'll upload the build video soon, so you can check out their little holding when I do. But until then, all you need to know is that Catalina and Huxley are free from the death rolls. Their babies are born. And this is where we're going to leave them to go and help Elizabeth make sure that her child does not end up with a wacky name. And we'll see their little babies in the world as they get older. Oh, they'll be our friends. Oh! Oh! What? Oh man, guys, Elizabeth did it without us. Oh my gosh, we better get in there. What is happening? Why does it say that she's in labor? Why are there two babies here? What is going on? What do you mean nothing can be cloned? I want a bassinet. Well, this is a disturbing turn of events. You, come here. I don't think... Why does it say she's in labor? Okay, horse. Horse, I'm afraid I'll get you from the world, but you're out of here for now. Because I don't know what is going on. Why is it saying that she's in labor? Give me a second. You can't see this. What is this baby? What are these babies everywhere? Where did they come from? I have no idea what is going on. A girl? I don't... Oh, okay. Let's not freak out. Okay, the name that I'd picked if it was going to be a girl is Annie Brewer. Does that mean that she just had triplets? Where have these babies come from? It could only have come from her. I don't get what's just happened. One. Annie. Where are these babies from? Okay. Can somebody talk to these babies? Can you go talk to this baby? What is happening? Well, they've got their surname. Actually, you come and talk to this baby. You ignore that baby. Lorraine. Acquaintance. I don't understand. I don't think that's our baby. I think Annie's our baby. We just had Annie. I don't know where these babies came from. That's very confusing. Hold on a second. Well, they're not in our family tree. And it says that they're just acquaintances. So I don't think these are our babies. They're just acquaintances. They're not our relations. So I think I'm gonna have to delete them, right? Like, because Althea's the daughter that they lost and Annie's the daughter that she just had. So I'm gonna go ahead and delete them, and let me know if you've ever seen anything like this before. Very strange. Wow, that was very strange, very odd. Of course, I've had to update since the patch now, so maybe that's why, or maybe it's because we weren't here. I don't know. Everything got a bit weird just then, so... This is from, of course, poor Eric's roll. Our friend Elizabeth cannot roll the numbers 1 or 11, that's all. And she's fine. And baby Annie cannot roll the numbers 1, 5, 7, 10, 12, 15, 17, or 20. And baby Annie is fine. So looks like there's a new addition to the Brewer household, and I will get their horse back as soon as I can. Okay, this wasn't quite the plan for today. It's been a little chaotic, but what can we do? Okay, now, Eric, pal, you're pretty cute, and I would really like for you to be safe. So, please try to pull through, buddy. Try to pull through. Oh, yikes. Okay, well, Hey, what the heck? Oh my gosh, I forgot Itis is afraid of Grim. Okay, Leif, it's up to you, buddy. Damn it. She's confident. But she's afraid of him. Oh my gosh, how... Ugh. We need to find a ghost. Oh my gosh, is Grim doing it? I think that it's actually happening. I almost missed it because I was so freaked out. Grim is doing it. He's granting Eric life again. Oh my goodness. Grim, thank you so much. Leif. Leif. Mr. Gloomy Guts Leif. Oh my gosh, Grim brought him back so quickly. We didn't even have to wait around for like 2 hours. Oh my goodness. Leif. Where are you going? I don't know where he's going, but thank goodness. I don't know what just cost 115 bucks, but good for us for doing it. Leif, I am so... Oh, it's you. I am so impressed with him. That is 2 Sims in a row that he saved. His wife and now his son. Eric, let's get you back down to being a Todd, and then we're out of here because we've got to go to the Paynes for quite a few things, and it's already 2:43. Dang. This day has been weird. Oh wow, it seems like Eric might be a little hearing impaired now that he's come back because he had hearing aids on 3 of his outfits. So that's kind of the rule in ours, is that if they have, out of their 7 outfits, I think it is, if 3 of them have glasses or hearing aids, then that means that they have something like that. So looks like our buddy didn't come back. Oh my gosh, beautiful eyes, bud. Looks like our buddy didn't come back totally unscathed from being brought back from death. Okay, so it's this color. Okay, so here we are at the Paynes. It is 1330, so the start of a new decade, which means that we have to do the dreaded Tallage. Our holding is currently around 43,000, and what we have to do is roll a d6, which is going to be the 10 times percent of that we have to pay off. So if we get a 1, we only have to pay 10% of 43,000, but if we get a 6, then we have to pay 60% of 43,000. So let's see what our destiny is. First one doesn't count, damn it. So, oh, no way, we got a 1, we got a 1. When that 2 came up, I thought for sure that meant that we were screwed, but no, we got a 1. That means we only have to pay, I just want to double check because I don't trust my own math. 4,300? Oh my gosh, this is the luckiest we've ever been in the main family. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Today started chaotic, but damn if it hasn't gone well. Honestly, I can't believe it. I honestly can't believe it. This is crazy. Only 4,300? That's like the best thing that could have happened. I mean, it is literally the best thing that could have happened. Esmond, I asked you to put your child on that thing. Okay, wow. Yes. Oh my gosh. And we have all of this in here. Oh my gosh. I'll pay that money if I can figure out how much that is. Oh my goodness. So we're going to have 40,918 simoleons left, meaning that we lost 4,300. But that is literally the best possible. Oh, will you please tummy time with baby? Because he hasn't had any tummy time yet. But yeah, I mean, we are just having the absolute best luck in this main household. No, that's okay. We don't want to be that kind of a job. As for you, I don't know. Do you want to do something useful? Can't really do anything useful, can you? Why don't you go and, like, I don't know, make spring crafts or something. So in 1330, Edward III had had enough of the situation with his mom and Roger Mortimer for a number of reasons. The first was that his wife still hadn't been crowned as queen, still, even at that point in time. And she was at that point pregnant with his child, who would go on to be named Edward IV, the Black Prince. And so he was really frustrated because his wife was essentially doing all of her duties and yet still wasn't being treated the way that she was supposed to be treated. In addition, he was really annoyed by Roger Mortimer because he was completely overusing his power. He was acting like he was essentially the king. And at this point, Edward III is getting older and won't want to deal with that kind of stuff. He's growing into his own, sorry, Gree, you're too far away. He's growing into his own power. So he's not willing to just, you know, let people get away. Why are we getting so many? Yeah, sure, go for it, pal. He's not willing to let people get away with as much as they once did, you know? It wasn't just him who was annoyed by Mortimer, it was like pretty much everyone. And at this point, rivals started a rumor that Edward II was still alive and was going to return and claim the throne. So Edward III started quietly using his influence with the nobles to force Isabella and Mortimer to give Philippa some of the things that she was owed, and she was finally crowned that year. Shortly after this, she went to Woodstock Palace to prepare for the birth of her first child, who, as I said earlier, would be a boy named Edward of Woodstock. He would go on to be known as Edward the Black Prince, and he was going to be the next heir to the throne. Graham, do you want to do something useful? You could make some money for us as well, if you don't mind. When Philippa gave birth to Edward of Woodstock, then Edward III's son, Edward III was super thrilled. He gave gifts and money to the boys' attendants, and this also correlated to him becoming less and less patient with Roger Mortimer. On October 19th, this all culminated together when Edward III and Henry of Lancaster, our Earl, formed a coup that, quote, burst in on a meeting. Everyone says it exactly like that, quote, burst in on a meeting between Isabella and Mortimer, and hauled Mortimer off for imprisonment. Mortimer, of course, got the same treatment as everyone else. He had no real trial before he was executed. The difference is that Edward chose to give him a much better execution than most of the others received, and he also protected his mother from the worst of it. She was sent to Windsor Castle for house arrest, but her name was kind of kept out of the badness of the situation. All of the flaws were blamed on Mortimer. Isabella just kind of was sent off for house arrest and then let off free and clear, essentially. So another interesting thing about 1330 is that Henry of Lancaster was going blind. So after he helped Edward III to deal with Mortimer, he stepped down and let his son Henry of Grosmont take over all of his earl duties, basically. And this is kind of important. Well, it's useful to us because Henry of Lancaster basically moved to live in Leicester Castle. He opened a hospital for the sick, but he left all of his estate, the running of it, to his son, Henry of Grosmont. He wouldn't die until 1345, but since Henry of Grosmont's the one who's going to be in control of everything, I think that's good enough for me to say that it's time for us to change our taxes. And we're going to have Henry of Grosmont as our new heir for a really long time. So let's hope that it goes well, because it's going to be a minute that we're going to have him as our Earl. Oh, so we're going to go ahead and do the roll to see what our new taxes are going to be now that we have this new Earl basically in control of all of us. So the reason why we change our taxes is because once our Lord dies or moves on, we roll a d4. Originally, we were using a d6, but that means that we might end up owing like 70% in taxes between the church and our Earl. So we're just going to go ahead and go with the D4 because that still means that we could end up owing 50% of our profits, but it won't be absolutely crazy like it could do. And later on down the line in history, it's actually kind of impossible at some points if you owe 70% to be able to deal with that. Heidi, do you mind cleaning this stuff up for us and then maybe going to the bathroom? Look at you kids, just all managing yourself. Where are you going, kiddo? Okay, fair enough, fair enough. So what is our new taxes going to be like? This is kind of a nice shot for it because there's Esmond, our heir, and look in the background. That is, of course, where the Lancasters live. Up on that hill, looking down on all of us. So we're rolling a d4. The first one doesn't count, and this will decide what our taxes are going to be. 20%, which means that we'll still owe 30%, 20% to the Earl, and 10% to the church. If you have strong feelings about if we should change our taxes now because Henry of Lancaster is still alive, even though he passes the reins on to his son instead of, carrying on with taking it over himself, or if you think that we should go back to the D6 in terms of what our taxes could be, let me know and I will revisit that. But for now, currently at this exact moment in time, oh, hey, Dovile, I see you. But yeah, let me know in the comments below and we can change that. Are you eating our carrots? Can horses do that? Is this guy eating our carrots? Hey, are you eating our carrots? It's our harvest day this week. I think he is. She is. Seem pretty happy, horse. Oh yeah, so who is Henry of Grosmont in our save file? Because remember, Henry of Lancaster kind of screwed us because he's materialistic, which means that we would owe 2 times our holding, essentially, in order to be able to get out of serfdom. Well, Henry of Grosmont is much nicer. He's randomly generated by the game. Well, no, I mean, I used the genetics mixer to create him, but then had him aged up outside of our home so that he could be random. And basically, his traits are that he's a genius and a goofball, and he wants to be a computer whiz, and he likes argumentative sims. I don't know why, that's just how he came. So That's who he is, and that means that he doesn't stand in our way, I don't think, in terms of getting our way out of serfdom, but I'll have to check whenever we get closer financially. But yeah, so that means we've got 40,000 and we need 60,000 to be able to buy our way out of serfdom. We are like doing a pretty good job of being on our way to that. I think that within the next couple of years, we'll be able to get out of serfdom, which does have some complicating factors to it that we'll talk about when we have the money. Before we do it, we'll talk about the consequences. So I guess we'll leave these guys to sleep and catch up in the morning. Oh, so I'm just here in the Jefferson household, hanging out with them for a little bit, waiting for the next day to start. And also making sure Dovile hadn't gone into labor and had the same weird issue with the babies coming and also not being there. I don't know, weird. And Jefferson has just become family oriented. So good for you, buddy. Everyone's doing it. And I forgot to take Sif. That's actually why I came here, was to take her to the cemetery, but she's popped out and is just currently standing here. It's really sad. Oh my gosh. Neighborhood Stories killed off one of Kennard's brothers, Cuthbert. Oh my goodness, no way. Ah. Sif, will you go back to your tomb? Okay, we'll deal with her later. You're not beeping. Okay. So here we are at the Jacobsons, just waiting for everyone to wake up for Edith and Edwin's child birthday. Okay, Gree, let's get Edith down here for her child's birthday. Ava, once you've done that, you can throw this away for me. Eleanor, you can just, I don't know, hang out down here, I suppose. Oh, yikes. They do not get along. Okay. Hoppleborfna, Edith. Welcome to the next stage of your life, girlfriend. Yay! And she cannot be a child of the islands. She wants to be a loner. Okay, fair enough. And what's your aspiration going to be? First one doesn't count, so number 7. Slumber party animal. Goes really well with being a loner, but I don't think that child aspirations really matter all that much. And you can go ahead and grab a serving straight away. As for you, what's happening here? Do not throw a tantrum. Oh my gosh, everyone is so tense in this household today. Happy birthday, Edwin! Time to age up. And Kennard, go ahead and put some birthday candles on that bad boy. And Edwin is lactose intolerant? Dang, bummer, dude. Super bummer. Okay, what's your aspiration? Number 3. Motor. Yikes. Okay, let's get these guys in cast and see if they're gonna make it. For Edith and Edwin to survive, they cannot roll the numbers 3, 9, or 19. The first one doesn't count for Edith. She's fine. And for Edwin, he's also fine. Nice and easy. They are the prettiest children ever. Oh my goodness. Look, oh, we're like really close to her, but look at her. She's so pretty. She has like these beautiful features and these beautiful startling eye. Oh, sorry, Gree, didn't mean to be inside of your head just then. And then look at little Edwin. He's also just the prettiest child ever. Oh my gosh, Kennard and Gree. Trying desperately to get a good picture of this kid so that you can see what I see if you didn't see it when we were doing their roles and cast. But man, These are some pretty little children. They're going to be such handsome teenagers. Oh my goodness. Look at them. But we have to go to Lithuania because some stuff's going on there, so I'll see you when we get there. Okay, so here we are at the Miskinis home where there is some conflict between Vilkas and Lena. They're having some difficulties because basically, in Lena's perspective, it is best to arrange for the kids to get married. She thinks this is the best way to provide security and stability for them and that this is in their best interest. But Vilkas doesn't agree. He's pretty upset about his fight with Simas. He feels guilty because he thinks in hindsight that Simas was right. Vilkas got to refuse his family responsibility in order to follow his own dreams and come to Lithuania. And he's not willing to push any of his children to do the same thing that happened to Simas. He's basically saying if they come asking for an arrangement, he's happy to help them, but he's not going to push that on them. So he kind of had the last say, as we can see. I think Lena understands where he's coming from. They both just have the best interests of the kids at heart, but they just disagree on how is best to help them. Another complicating issue is that Simas is currently missing and has been for the past half year, basically since Vilkas came to deliver his illegitimate son. No one has heard from him or knows where he is. And the Order is currently moving around with a large army. Everyone knows about it. It's big talk around here. And Vilkas is kind of afraid of the worst possible outcome, that Simas might have stumbled into the Order's path and might be dead. Vilkas is also kind of upset because Oshra left for the market yesterday, but she hasn't come back yet. While this wouldn't normally be an issue because she might have thought it was too late to travel back, or she might have decided to stay with some family friends, or there could be any number of other innocent reasons why she hasn't returned yet, Vilkas is already tense because Simas is missing, and this is really testing his self-control in terms of, not panicking. Oh, Oshira's come back and she's brought somebody with her. Here he comes, sitting down. If this isn't a little bit intimidating, I don't know what would be. Oh, okay. Oh, cute. Okay, well, thanks, Yelu, for introducing that to us. You just know that these two are thinking, what is going on? So Oshira has been gone for overnight, as we know, because Vilkas was worried about it. And she has now brought someone with her to visit that she's sort of talking to everybody about. So basically, Oshira went to the market yesterday, and while she was there, she kind of was looking around because Vilkas seems stressed out about this. But basically, okay, after another round of musical chairs, of course. So what has happened is that, oh my goodness, Vilkas doesn't seem happy, but okay, whatever. So basically, Oshira had gone to the market yesterday. She'd seen the way that Lena was eyeballing her, talking about arranged matches. She didn't really trust that idea, and she decided to take matters into her own hands when she went to the market yesterday. So she'd met Yelu, this man that she's brought back, at the market, and they started talking. He was already looking for a comfortable match, much like she was. He's much more of an intellectual, practical kind of a sim. He wants to be a chronicler. He is a decent horse rider and a sword fighter because those are practical skills, but his interests are more in the arts. He likes reading, he likes writing, and he likes to occasionally play the lute. And from my perspective, Oshra has also grown into quite a practical sim. She wants to have a stable business in the mead industry. She's a perfectionist, and she just wants a reliable, comfortable kind of life rather than an exciting, passionate, thrilling one that maybe Simas or Sophia are looking for. And the two of them figure that they're going to have a very compatible life. They want similar things, and they can see each other supporting each other very comfortably and just sort of being content with each other, not having a passionate love life, but being content together. And that's all either of them want. Now you may have noticed that Yelu doesn't look exactly like the other people in the town that these guys live in, or at least not the ones that we've seen so far. But that's because, well, it seems like Vilkas and Lena are happy with this. But the reason why he looks different is because the Mongolian Empire has had a large impact on this area for a good run of time. So in 1223, the Golden Horde got to Kiev and Rus and they set up shop, basically working the same system as they usually did, where the locals paid tribute but kept the appearance of, oh my goodness, Yelu, but kept the appearance of their office while the Mongolians pretty much ran everything under penalty of terrible punishments. The Mongolian Empire at its height extended from Central Asia to Central Europe and to the Sea of Japan, and it influenced the development of Eastern Europe. It was an empire that used the talents and uniqueness of those in its control to its benefit, often relocating artisans and tradespeople to places where they could share their skills and develop things that they could trade for profit, which is one of the major hallmarks of the Mongolian Empire, is the trade routes that they develop. In my mind, Yelu and his brother were moved here as tradespeople with their now deceased parents who were killed in one of the many conflicts between Lithuania and the areas controlled by the Golden Horde at this time. And when the alliance was made between some Rus princes and Gediminas in the past, we know it was at least by 1322 from the letters he sent that year, where he titled himself King of the Lithuanians and many Russians, or Letwinorum et Multorum Ruthenorum Rex, really flows off the tongue. Yelu and his brother fled like some people did to escape the conflict, ending up here where they could use their trade skills to build a life. And so Yelu and his brother both live here in the same area, and Oshra has decided that he's the guy for her. And I think Vilkas, he doesn't want to push any of his children away, and I think he's now telling Oshra, if this is what's going to make you happy, then I say do what's going to make you happy, and we will figure things out. But, yep, this is Yelu. He's going to be Oshra's husband, and he is, like I said, an intellectual, a practical sim, and I look forward to seeing how he fits in to the family and her life. So who's going to the Lithuanian conflict this year? Heads they go, tails they stay. For Vilkas first, is he going? He is. What about for Darius? Is he going? He is. Oh my. Is Yelu going to the conflict? He is not. Is Sophia going to the conflict? She is. Oh my goodness. 3 are going. Dang. Oshra is excused from going because she and Yelu will be pregnant, given that her death is sometime before she would become a young adult. I want to get her going with her baby, so she's excused. And Amelija is currently in labor. Okay, so here we are. Amelija is in labor. Her sister has had a baby, not successfully, but had a baby before. Isabel's also pregnant with her last baby try. And we've currently gotten Vilkas's illegitimate son here. But the point is that Amelija has people to support her through this, so she doesn't get the extra role. Oh, baby is already here, and it's a boy. And I think she's going to name the baby boy Simas after his father, even though we don't know where he is and we haven't seen him for 6 months. Actually, she's pretty angry at him. I don't know that she would. Yikes. Okay, give me a second to look for a name. So we're going to go with the name Lucas. Is Mom going to survive? The numbers she cannot roll are a 1 or an 11. The first one doesn't count, so she's fine. And for the baby, number 8, he is fine as well. Excellent. Well, that's about it for this family. They are now, I guess, with Amelia's son, Lucas. Darius and Isabel are on their final baby try. And Joris is with these guys. In fact, do you mind taking care of him? This is the illegitimate son of Vilkas, of Simas. And he's now living here because his mom didn't want to deal with the consequences of having him, so he's here, and I guess at least Isabel has a baby to hang out with. Maybe she likes that, even though he's a whiner. Can you please not talk to your sister? You deal with yourself. Why? Oh, I guess that they're both kind of taking care of this baby. In fact, let's go ahead and say, oh, I guess, okay, whatever. Dovile has not gone into labor yet, so I guess she's not going to do it in this first half of the year. So I thought we were done and did the entire outro just to go and check on Dovile because I thought she should have been in labor. And in fact, she is in labor. It's 3 minutes. It's go time. And so here we are right at the end, finishing up. That was very fast. And it's a boy. Oh. Well, actually, what about the name Heath? Heath Greystroke. There we go. Congrats, Dovile. You've had another little baby. Let's go ahead and bounce the baby, rock the baby, cuddle the baby, kiss his forehead, and then we will see, are you going to make it, and is the baby going to make it? First one doesn't count. Dovile cannot roll the numbers 1 or 11, so she is fine. And what about for baby Heath? He cannot roll the numbers 1, 5, 7, 10, 12, 15, 17, or 20. And Heath is fine. That's excellent. Okay. Okay, and so it seems like these guys are totally fine. Another new addition to the Greystroke household. But I did want to bring up that I know that Dovile is super tough as nails, and she's one of the strongest girls, but I think they're going to take a break from baby making for a bit because I think losing Sif has hit her a lot harder than she's let on, and I think if she wasn't already pregnant with Heath, then she wouldn't have been willing to get pregnant again or to try for another baby again. So we're going to give her at least a year, maybe 2, to recover emotionally. She and Jefferson both have made it through their young adult roles, so they've got a while before their next big roles. And so we're just going to let her sort of recover, let their family develop, and give her some time past that. But I'm kind of glad that we had to come back in because I wanted to ask a question. It was suggested that since we already know, or since I already know Oshira's death year, that when she has babies before that time, we don't roll for her pregnancy survival since she's already got the year that's assigned from her teenage age up. And I think that's a pretty good idea. So let me know in the comments if you think that we should let Oshira get through with her baby tries until the year that she rolled in her teen age up without having to roll for pregnancy risk. Okay, and on that note, this half year has been crazy, very chaotic. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below, and I'll see you in the second half of 1330. Bye bye everyone.